Well then, Pet Simulator 99 has officially updated, and yes, we have a brand new event going on, which is the Little Dinosaur Tycoon. Now, this might take some time for those that do not have an aggressive team in the game, so the only thing I could really suggest is if you have rainbow exclusives, any shiny exclusives, or even huges, you can bring them in here, and obviously you're going to want to constantly upgrade your eggs. This is really important. Now, I was able to test out 2 books, which will also help you out. The coin books I would honestly really ignore because I had no idea what to fill those in with. But the 2 orb books, again, they do help, like the rave update, which I explained earlier in my previous videos about 2 weeks ago. This did help a lot. As you can tell that they're actively working and we're able to see the coins go up passively, and it helps out a lot. I know it doesn't look like it's a lot, but it actually does help out a lot. Keep in mind your boosts will be paused in here, so any potions, any types of toy boosts will be disabled in this area here. So we're gonna speed through basically this entire section, and you're gonna rinse and repeat doing this until you get up to a certain point in the update. Now, I'm probably sure a lot of people are probably wondering how in the world do you get a bunch of these fossil boosts, and what do they do exactly? Well, if you take them to that huge converter thingy, it actually increases your chances of actually getting the brand new Huge Dino Dog. Now, this is where it's going to get a little tricky because it's kind of randomized on how many you actually get, and it is a random drop from the loot boxes. But you want to pay attention to 4 islands because these are very important. Now, the first 2 that we're going to review are going to be your most easiest islands that you're going to be able to purchase in the game, with these here explicitly being the most expensive right now. I believe the first one I found was 4 billion gems. 4 billion, 4 billion, 4 billion! And then the second one, which is a little under 3 billion, but still, it's a lot of coins to invest in, but I'm pretty sure these are well worth it. So let's go ahead and speed up and let's go find the first 2 chests. Alrighty, so the first 2 easy chests are relatively cheap. This one is 150 million coins, and you want to really pay attention to the enchants that you do use in this. I was able to test 2, and that was the Corruption, which did not work, and I also tested out the Chest Breaker, which did not work. Eventually, I kind of noticed the Tap Teamworks book actually did work. So if you're able to replace any books that you do not find in this section useful, I would say honestly just replace everything with the 2 orb books and everything else with tap power. Now, there is a cap on damage, so I believe it's 1300 or 1300 in total, so you won't be able to go beyond that. So you're going to want to pay attention to your chests and the drops. Believe the highest I was able to get out of the boosts from the chest itself was around 150, which is a lot. And I think the lowest that I ended up getting was around 3 or 5 fossil things. At first I thought maybe it was a bug and somehow I only got 5 as a mistake, but it is randomized. So we're gonna let this play through and you'll be able to see all of the drop chances and the amounts. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of satisfying to see the little tap power icon just pop up, and that's really satisfying because you know it's actually working. Again, there is a damage cap, it seems like, on this, so it doesn't even matter how much you end up putting as long as you're okay with that placebo and you think you're doing more damage that way. But there is a cooldown for every single island, and I'm going to safely assume each chest is 5 minutes. Even then, you don't need that many at the same time to go ahead and take everything to the huge machine to put a boost in, but the more that you end up saving, the better it will be at the end of the day. Unfortunately for everybody here, we're not able to trade or buy these in the trade hub, so everyone has to organically grind for these boosts. Now, I mean, the good news is it doesn't feel like you do need a lot of these in order to actually go to the huge machine and have that boost. I want to say you probably need maybe 1,000 to 1,500 of these. Now, this might take you some time and some dedication in order to go to every single chest and break every single one in hopes to get that maximum, but it is worth it at the end of the day. Now, as you can tell clearly by every single section that I have here, you're able to see how many I'm able to get out of the chest. Now, the chances, if you max this out, will be 1 out of 5,830,000 chances. So the more that you end up getting, the better. I'll be real too, you guys can actually test this out and see if this works for anybody, and you can let me know down in the comments down below if the boost exchange actually affects the the new event, because if it does, I hope that some of you guys kept a little bit of your bucks, because you could be able to afford to basically put that into the machine, get extra drop boosts, and better egg luck. Now, I know visiting every single chest island is going to be just a little tedious, but this is probably one of your best ways in order to get a bunch of boosts. Now, you probably need to dedicate maybe an hour, if that, to go ahead and maybe get a day's worth of just an entire 100% chance of huge luck. Now, you can let me know down in the comments on what you personally believe the best enchant loadout is for everybody here. And in my next video upload, I will go ahead and give out a new huge pet. Until then, I will see you guys all later. Bye, everyone!